Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my usual spot at Oakley Corner State Forest. So we're at Kilo 5221 again today. I'm in the same spot I'm in often. And it has been hard to get out and try to do activations. The weather has not cooperated. All week long while I'm at work, it's beautiful. And then the weekend rolls around and it is rainy and the sky is leaden and gross and it's cold. So I'm in between rain showers right now and I'm going to attempt to get an activation in. Now the bands have been interesting lately. They have been hot and cold. So last weekend, and I'm just stretching out my counterpoise, so I apologize if the camera's doing some wonky stuff, but last weekend, 10 meters was absolutely on fire. I worked more DX on 10 meters last weekend than I think I've worked the rest of the year combined. But today, the higher bands aren't as good. 10 meters was meh, 12 meters was kind of meh, 15 was okay, 17 is okay, 20 is pretty good. So we'll kind of see what happens here. So I'm running a different antenna than I normally do today. So I am running the Elecraft KX2, and I've got a brand new antenna on here that I've never used before. Now I actually got this to go in conjunction with my KX1. Because the antenna tuner on that does not match as well as this one does. This one's got a pretty good antenna tuner in it. It's pretty wide. It'll match a lot of different antennas. The one in the KX1 is not as good. So I found that with just a straight up random wire attached directly to the radio, I could work 20 and 40, but I couldn't work 30. So what I bought was a Tufteln 9-to-1 random wire. This is a 41-foot random wire. This should be a whole lot better as far as getting it to match is concerned. The KX2 had no problem matching it up at all. Next time I use this antenna, I'll do it with the KX1. But yeah, so we're going to give this antenna a shot. I've never used it. This is the first time I've ever set it up. So we'll see how it performs. Hopefully it works okay. So like I said, we're going to run the KX2 today. And so let me talk about Elecraft for a minute. So yesterday, Elecraft announced the KH1, which is their new CW radio. And I've kind of got mixed feelings about it. So let me just give you my first initial thoughts on it. So, you know, I've got a KX2, I've got a KX1, so I definitely don't have anything against Elecraft radios. I will say, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, that I think they're a little overpriced. And the build quality, the actual external build quality of the radio is, they're okay, but they're not amazing. That being said, the guts are great. The receivers are good. The filtering's good. The tuners are good. You know, they're good radios overall. Now, that KH1, I don't know how to feel about it. It's CW only. It's very small, but it's got a weird form factor. It's almost like it's designed only to be used as a handheld, right? I mean, the gain and the VFO are on the bottom edge of the transceiver. The key attaches to the bottom of the transceiver between the knobs. And I'm afraid that when you start keying, you're going to bump that VFO and change frequency. So that's one of my concerns with it. My other concern with it is that it is obscenely expensive. I mean, obscenely expensive. So the base radio is reasonable. It's $549. I'm fine with that. That's with nothing. No tuner, no battery charger, no nothing. It's just the radio. When you add in the antenna tuner, the internal battery, the battery charger, a few other little doodads here and there, you take a $550 radio and turn it into an $1,100 radio. $1,100 for that thing is way too much money as far as I'm concerned. Is it an interesting concept? Yes. Would it be cool if I was doing like really hard to get to hike up sodas? Maybe. But the form factor's strange, especially if you're going to be using it seated. Like if I threw it on the ground or sat here at the table, just because of where the knobs and things are, it's a strange setup. And like I said, that price, that eye-watering price for what's essentially an improved version of the KX1, I have a really hard time swallowing that pill. We will see when people get their hands on them what they think. I'm not sold right now. Now, it might be the greatest radio known to man. I don't know. We'll find out when people start getting their hands on them. But as with anything Elecraft, they're sort of the cult of Elecraft, and people are reticent to talk bad about them. I call it like I see it. I've told you before, I love this KX2, but it feels like it's built in a Tinker Toy box. The sound quality is only subpar. You know, like I said, the filtering's awesome, the receiver's great, the antenna tuner's fantastic, the feature set in this thing is amazing, but it is not the be-all end-all radio people make it out to be. And I'm afraid the same thing is going to happen with that KH1. People are going to say, oh, this is the greatest radio ever made. It might be for a very specific use case, right? That person that wants to go minimal, hike up a mountain, only take that little radio, that little tiny shack in a box with them, do a quick activation and hike out. I could see it. Anything else, I feel like it is way too much money for, like I said, what's essentially a updated version of the KX1. We will see. I might be wrong. So, like I said, we got our antenna set up. I don't know how the bands are going to be right now. I'm going to start on 20, and we'll see what happens. It is very cold. My hands are freezing. I'm going to attempt to do this in between rain showers today. Like I said, the weather has been atrocious. Every weekend it rains. And I've got a break in between showers right now, so I'm attempting to get this activation in. We will see how it goes. Hopefully, we can get it all squeezed in here. So let me get you guys situated so you can see. Move you up a little closer. All right. Stay. It is very windy today too, which is not going to help matters at all. So let me turn the radio back on. I had it on a minute ago and I turned it off for the intro here. So I'm on 14.0545. I don't know if I'll stay there or not. It kind of depends on if this frequency's clear now. This table's really tippy right now. I apologize. It kind of depends on whether this frequency's clear right now. It was a little while ago. That doesn't mean it is right this moment. So we will see. So let me get my phone out of the way here. All right. The log's all set up. Call QRL a couple times. I am running 5 watts right now. I got some really weird noise going on in the background here. I don't know what that was. Now I did schedule this, so it should, the RBN should pick us up. So and no surprise, I've got a nice 1-to-1 SWR. I mean, with the antenna tuner in this thing, and this 9-to-1, all right, you can see I've got a beautiful 1-to-1 SWR. Now SWR is not the be-all end-all of an antenna, right? But it is definitely important. All right, so I think we're clear. So, you know what? I'm hearing weird noise on this frequency. Let's move. Let's go down a little bit and see what happens. There's somebody there. All right, I like that better. As you can see, we're running the BAM attack paddle today. Now that I've gotten used to this, I really like this key. It took a while to get used to, but once I got used to it, I really, really like this thing. For all the belly aching and complaining I did about it, now that I've got it set up the way I wanted it. See? There's that crazy noise again. I don't know if you guys can hear it on camera or not. All right, we're gonna call it good. No, see, everywhere I go. All right, well, let's try a different frequency. Nope, there's somebody there too. The bands are busy this morning. See, there's that weird noise. And there's somebody here also. No matter where I go, I've got stations on top of me. Man, the bands are really busy this morning. Let's go up and see what happens. Let's try 061. Ah, my SWR is high. There we go. moved too far. I'm still getting that weird, whatever that noise is. Something's causing all sorts of interference here, but we will, let's turn our side tone up. Okay, let's go ahead and call CQ. What's my key speed at? Oh, there's somebody here. I can hear him. What is going on here? This is crazy. I've got all these really low signals. They're way down in the noise. Man, the band is just absolutely packed. I might move to a different band. I mean, I can't find a clear frequency to save my life in here. This is where a radio with a waterfall comes in nice. Nope, there's somebody there too. Yep, somebody there. Somebody here too. Can I finally find a clear frequency? It'd be amazing if I could. I apologize for the wind noise. Like I said, it's very, very windy today. Hopefully we can get this in before it rains. See, there's somebody there too. The band is insane this morning. They're way down in the noise, but they're there. I don't want to step on somebody, but I can't find a clear frequency. And I'm only running 5 watts. So they might not be able to hear me, but they're going to hear hunters when they call me. So there's that weird noise again. There's some weird QRN going on. Or it could be QRM. Hard to say. There's a lot of weather in the area, so I'm thinking it's weather related, but all right, I don't hear everybody. Let's go ahead and call CQ. And my cell service is not working today. I don't know what's going on here. I heard a K and an F. missed what he was asking me. I heard a P in there. I heard a KQ. He's way down in the weeds. Four. Yep. DAP. Gotcha. Georgia? Wait, what was that? Yep. Yep. Gotcha, KG4 big. He should be Kentucky, I think. Yeah. Man, my hands are cold. It is cold, windy out here today. Mm-hmm. There she is. There's somebody down in there, but I can't make him out. There's somebody way down in there, but I can't make him out. Wait, what? So we got W4. Okay. We faded. .449. So I sent him. Tennessee. He's way down there. He's coming in good. Mm-hmm. I'll take it. Good signal reports. EH, gotcha. Okay, so somebody's people. KH. Gotcha. KV. in. Gotcha. W. Gotcha. So we've got 11. Whoop. Okay. He was way down on the noise. What was your call? Missed his call. He was way down in the weeds, and I've got weird interference going on. Oops, screwed that one up. All right, we'll call CQ one or two more times, and then maybe we'll QSY bands, because that's one of the nice things about an antenna like this, is it's very, very agile. So we can swap bands on the fly. Maybe we'll do something silly, like try 10 meters. Just see if anything comes. Jim. Nebraska. I hunt Jim all the time. I have over 200 QSOs with Jim, so it's awesome that he just hunted me. There's somebody way down in the weeds, but I can't pull them out. All right, so let's QSY to 10 meters and see what happens. All right, so let's see what 10 meters looks like, just out of curiosity. Tuned it right up, beautiful. No, it didn't. Nah, my SWR is high. Okay, so maybe we won't do 10. Let's try 17. That worked. So let's go 17 meters here. So we'll give 17 a shot, and then maybe we'll move down a little bit. Oh, maybe I'll go to 15, and maybe we'll do a little 30 or 40 real quick, and then we'll button this up. I don't want this to run too long. We're currently at about half an hour, and I don't want to make this run for decades, so you guys will get bored to tears. We got 12 in the log. 20's in decent shape today. I got pretty good signal reports. Like I said, it's awesome that Jim hunted me. Like I said, I've hunted him over 200 times, so the fact that he hunted me is cool. Okay, I just hit the RBN, so I should be spotted. Okay, I'm spotted on 17 on POTA. It's noisy. I've got an S0 noise floor, but there's a lot of background noise, which is interesting. Just out of curiosity, I wonder what the RBN looks like. So, I mean, I don't know if you can see that or not, if there's a glare, but that's what the RBN looks like. So I'm not getting out amazing, but I'm getting out. We might get skunked on 17. We'll call a couple more times. We don't get anything. We'll move down and see if we can get some closer and stuff. But I mean, we've got a valid activation regardless. I want to check that call. I'm pretty sure I got that one right. My copy is not great today either. Gotcha. Yep. Florida. Well, I got one on 17. We'll call CQ a couple more times. And if we don't get anything else on 17, maybe we'll hop down to 30 or 40. 30 is a great band, and this time of day it'd probably be pretty good, so maybe we'll hop on 30 and see what happens. It's about 11:30 a.m., so 40 would be pretty short right now, but 30 would probably be pretty good. And like I said, that's one of the beauties of a radio with an antenna tuner and a 9-to-1 random wire like this is I could jump band to band. Now it didn't work, it wouldn't match on 10, I don't know why, but my 71 foot at home matches on 10 no problem. It might just be the tuner in this, although the tuner in this radio is way better than the tuner in my FTDX10 is, so it should, but whatever. All right, let's go to 30. Okay, so we'll hop over here, tune it up. 1-to-1. So we're going to switch this. We're going to go 30. Hands are cold. Especially this hand. This one's not too bad. It's been wrapped around the key. This one's pretty cold. All right, let's see what happens on 30. Just got picked up by the RBN. I'm still spotted on 17 on POTA.app though. It'll refresh in 1 second. Boom. Okay, there we go. Spotted on 30 there too. I love radios that have memory keyers. I wish everybody built keyers into their radios. The ones that don't have them, I mean, I use them, but they're so nice because they don't have to just key CQ over and over and over again. Eric. Could be Illinois. 5-5. I'll take it. Thanks, Eric. So we'll call CQ a few more times here on 30 and see what happens. I mean, if we button it up here, I'm fine. I mean, we've got, I don't know, 15 in the log, 14 in the log right now. Not the fastest activation ever, but like I said, bands are not in fantastic shape right now. If this was last weekend, I'd have a logbook full, DX everywhere. It was insane. But the bands aren't in as good shape this weekend as they were last weekend. But I'll take it. Something was there. So we'll call CQ a few more times on 30 here. How long is this video running? I don't want to kill everybody. We're at about 40 minutes. All right, let's hop down to 40 real quick. All right, so we'll QSY to 40. We'll just try 40 real quick. And then it is a little late in the day. I mean, 40 should work, but it's gonna be real short. But again, that's one of the beauties of having an antenna and an antenna tuner like this is you can hop between bands, right? I can't do that easily with a lot of the antennas I run. You can with an NFAT. I can go 40, 20, 15, no problem. The verticals, you can do it, but you gotta tune the antenna every time you want to change bands. This thing, you just hit the antenna tuner, you're 1-to-1 and you're ready to roll. Is it as efficient? Absolutely not. Does it work? Absolutely. It works phenomenally well. I gotta say, I'm really, really happy with this antenna. This is the first experience I have with any of the Tufteln stuff, and this is a very nice antenna. It's built really well. It is tiny. I even like the winder. I hate winders normally. The winder on this thing is super light. It's tiny. It's unobtrusive. It's a really well thought out antenna. I'm very happy with it. So if you're looking for, you know, good QRP outdoor type antennas, I would strongly encourage you to take a look at the Tufteln stuff. This is a really nice antenna. And I have no affiliation with any of these people. I buy everything that you see on my channel. I don't have any, there's no affiliates. I don't get gear to review. Nobody gives me stuff to use. I buy 100% of the stuff myself. So I call it like I see it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Even if someone did give me something to review and said, here, use it, I would give you an honest review. I wouldn't hold back just because they were giving me something to use for free. If it was a steaming pile of crap, I'd tell you. But like I said, this antenna so far, I'm impressed with it. It's built really well. It's tiny. It performs well. No complaints. Well, we'll try on 40 here for a minute. If we don't get anything, we don't get anything. Some activations are kind of like this. They're slow. You don't always get pileups. It's kind of nice to sometimes not have a huge pileup. Pileups are fun, but they can get a little out of control sometimes. So in the middle of the day, you usually don't get them, though. It's usually early shift or late shift when you get those crazy pileups. I heard an HF. Gotcha. He's booming in. He faded a little bit. Ohio. 39. We'll call CQ a few more times on 40. If we don't get anybody else, we don't get anybody else. That's fine. We'll give it another, I don't know, minute or two. He's booming in too. Michigan? Gotcha. WA2 something. There's a Z at the end. Yep. Yep. Gotcha. I've got somebody directly underneath me. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I think we'll call QRT. Okay, so let's kill this. 40 meters is in better shape than I thought it was going to be. So let's talk about sort of what happened here. So we got, I don't know, about 18, something like that in the log. Not the most amazing activation ever. And I'll go back and make sure I got all those calls right. Some of them, for some reason, my copying was not fantastic today. But I think I got 90. I'm 99% sure I got most of these right. I mean, there might be one or two that I'll have to go back and correct, but I'm pretty sure I got them all. Like I said, for some reason, my copying just wasn't on today. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're not. So KX2, it's hard to argue with it. Like I said, there are some things about it I'm not a huge fan of, but I got to say that out of every radio I own, this is probably the most complete package. You know, if you're looking for one radio that'll do everything for you, this is a good choice. It's not the greatest thing for digital. It'll work. I probably wouldn't, if you're primarily digital, this probably wouldn't be what I would buy. But if you're CW or single sideband, for sure, this is a great shack in a box kind of radio. It does have its downsides. Like I said, it's not a perfect radio. People like to say, you know, the Elecraft, and Elecraft makes good stuff, but people, there's sort of a cult following with these things, and it's a great radio. But sometimes I think it gets a little overblown. But it got the job done today. The antenna tuner made this antenna fantastic. That's one of the great things about this, is it does have a fantastic antenna tuner in it. This antenna would work great on like a G90 or something. Just keep in mind this is rated at 15 watts CW, so I wouldn't want to, this antenna, so I wouldn't want to run full power on a G90 through this antenna. But again, now that I've gotten used to this Mammoth key, it really is. I see why everybody gushes about this thing. It did take a little getting used to, but now that I'm used to it, it's so well built. It feels good to send on now that I've got set up the way I want it to. I still have a rough time with how small the paddles are, but I've gotten to the point where it's kind of a non-issue now. And like I said, I really can't say enough good things about this particular antenna. Like I said, I'd never run it before. I had absolutely no idea what it was going to perform like, but I got to say, it worked really, really well. Like I said, it's built very well. The winder itself is tiny. The winder's so small you can hardly even see it with the wire on it, which I'm okay with. It weighs almost nothing, and it's out of the way. Do I need it? No, I could wind this up in a figure eight like I do with my other wire and call it a day, but I think I'll leave this on the winder. But all in all, successful activation. It was not as crazy, as fast-paced as some of them are, but that's okay. Sometimes a little slower-paced activation is kind of nice. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody watching, and until the next one, 7-3.